What's up, gaming fans? It is Preach as always. I know you already saw the thumbnail. I know you already saw the title of this video, and I promise you, it is not clickbait. They actually did it. Call of Duty, Treyarch specifically, actually decided to go ahead and make the low SBMM playlist the default playlist for Black Ops 7 on launch. We are so back, baby, and I'm so excited. Here's how excited I am. I had a scheduled video today to talk about the changes I would make to the perk system. Already had a thumbnail for it, already was editing it when this news broke, and I had to put all that aside and bring this to you guys today. So I'm going to read you guys the blog post. I'll probably put some of it up on screen so that you can look at it as I'm reading it. This is from Treyarch themselves telling us what they're going to do based on the feedback that they got during the beta. Now, before we jump completely into this, I do want to go ahead and apologize for my voice. I've actually been sick this morning, so I'm sorry that the voice sounds a little bit rough. But if you guys like this video, you already know what to do. Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new here, and turn those bell notifications on if you want to know every time I post a new video. Now, let's go ahead and jump right on into this. So they said matchmaking update. We know the big question on everyone's mind coming out of the beta is how will matchmaking work in Black Ops 7? At launch, open matchmaking with minimal skill consideration will be the default for Black Ops 7 multiplayer. Simply put, imagine the matchmaking experience of open mosh pit from the beta, but as the standard in Black Ops 7 on day one. Our team feels strongly about providing players with a more varied experience, and the beta proved to be a great opportunity to test this approach. We'll be sharing more details as we get closer to launch. Now, I'm not sure what those details are going to be that they're sharing closer to launch, but this is huge news, and they use the exact phrasing in there that has been my reason for wanting to get rid of SBMM all along. People say you just want to go stomp on noobs. Well, getting rid of SBMM doesn't guarantee you getting noobs, but what it does is it gives you a varied experience. You will play some players not as good as you. You will play some players that are way better than you. And keep in mind in this, skill-based matchmaking is not completely out of the equation, even with this as the default playlist. It is that skill is like last on the totem pole of what they will use to matchmake. So they're going to start with ping, and they're going to get that group of people in one ping, and then they're going to move to the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. And this includes several different factors. And then it's going to be skill as kind of one of the last things considered. So you probably aren't going to get Timmy No Thumbs in your lobby unless you're Timmy No Thumbs also. You're probably also not going to get Scumpy in your lobby if you're just an average player. But what you are going to get is a much more varied, much more wide-ranging experience than what we have had over the last at least 6 years since they made the increase to skill-based matchmaking in Modern Warfare 2019. But they didn't just stop with the skill-based matchmaking news. Persistent lobbies is the next category in this blog post, and they said, we've heard the community discussion and dialogue around lobby disbanding, and as we mentioned earlier in the beta, we're focused on keeping players together from match to match more often. Today, we're excited to announce that we'll have persistent lobbies at launch for Black Ops 7. We're committed to improving this experience for players, and we'll be sharing more details soon. Now, my buddies Scott and Tristan, I got to know in World War II because of persistent lobbies. Okay, we played against each other in like back-to-back games, and when we were finally on the same team, we were chatting about how we did against each other and added each other as friends. And now, even though I haven't played Call of Duty in like 3 years with either one of those guys, I still stay connected with them, and we met because of persistent lobbies in Call of Duty, and then bringing this back is a huge W. And listen, if you get wrecked in a lobby, persistent lobbies aren't going to hurt you. Just back out and rematch make. That's all you gotta do. But for those of us that want to stay in the lobby, we can stay in there. So this is a huge win. And then finally, this is another win that has less to do with matchmaking and more about the overall game experience. but this was needed. Aim assist is the category. They said, we've also seen the discussion about rotational aim assist and community questions about how aim assist will be tuned across inputs in Black Ops 7. It's a priority of ours to have a fair and competitive balance across all input devices at launch, and we'll be sharing more about changes coming to aim assist on controller ahead of launch. So if they are going to nerf aim assist, this will be a good thing. This will help the mouse and keyboard players. Hopefully they'll have less to complain about, and when they do complain now, we can just tell them it's hardcore cope and to go deal with it because it's been nerfed. Hopefully that's what happens, but the big thing I want to see out of this is more extended gunfights. I think nerfing aim assist will make the time to kill not feel quite so fast, because average to below average players aren't going to be able to beam you from across the map because the gun basically just aims for them. So to me, lowering the aim assist widens the skill gap, and anything that can be done in the game to increase the skill gap, in my personal opinion, is good for the overall game design, because it will help the better players to perform better when they are better, instead of the noobs getting catered to by the game design. But then players that aren't as skilled will have to put in the work to learn how to get better. You'll actually improve your aim if the game isn't aiming for you. You will become better at shooting your gun if when you shoot your gun, you have to be the one in control of it. You might not perform better earlier, but you will get better over time because you're putting in the work instead of the game putting in the work for you. This is all a big, huge, massive W, and Treyarch is killing it this year with this game. From every standpoint, from map design, they are beautiful. They are 3-lane maps with clearly defined lanes. When it's not 3 lanes, it still hints at being 3-lane, but lanes within the map are defined where you can be in an area, and that is the main primary area that you have to be concerned about enemies coming from, instead of being able to be shot from literally anywhere on the map like most of Black Ops 6 was designed. And then the gunplay feels great. It feels similar to Black Ops 6, but Black Ops 6 had tremendous gunplay. The snipers feel good so far, except for that XR3, and that's just a skill gap that I haven't quite figured out yet, but I'm determined to master that throughout this year. So the guns are great, the maps are great, the color palette is wonderful. You can see people everywhere they are. The streaks, and I've already made a video about this, but the streaks are actually powerful, and that's so fun for me to actually be able to play with streaks that do something on the map. When I earn a big high 14-15 kill streak and I put that thing out there on the map, it actually gets me kills and I'm rewarded for going on that streak. That is a massive, massive, massive W. Okay, and the other thing that we didn't really get to mention in here is when peeing is king, your lobby is just going to feel more smooth. When you can have a consistent ping that's similar to everybody else, it's as low as it can probably be for whatever your network connection is, because you're connected to people in a similar area and on similar ping, and that's how matchmaking is done. Your game is going to feel better. Everything that Treyarch is doing right now is a huge, massive, massive W. And if you guys are hyped about the changes they're making, or you liked this video, either one, why don't you do me a favor? Go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new here. Turn those bell notifications on if you want to know every time I post a new video. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Preach out.